Hey blockheads, this is DJ AK the Amanda Knight, and I'm here to let you know that my so-called whatever podcast and No More Games Radio have joined forces. Listen to No More Games Radio on Sundays at 2 p.m. for your favorite episodes of my so-called whatever podcast, and maybe a live episode? Who knows? Tune in to my so-called whatever podcast for upcoming No More Games radio features and exclusive stories from our staff and DJs. And as always, follow us on social media at No More Games Radio and at my so-called whatever. Hang tough!
Friends forever, that's what we are. Through the thick and the thin, we're friendship stars. We're banger main buddies from the days of old. We laugh, cry, and hug, friendship solid as gold. My so-called whatever started a year ago. We share our stories and your stories were told. 80s, 90s memories that give us glee. And on the block party shows and KOTB. Now our friendship circle has grown by far. Hashtag friends forever, that's what we all are. Boom! And if you don't know, now you know. My so-called whatever for life. Hashtag MSCW. Hashtag friends forever. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Nikki, how's it going?
Pretty good. Well, something a little scary happened tonight. Something a little scary.
Oh, no.
So I'm coming off of that and like my adrenaline's pumping. And
oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yes. So you guys, you remember in the Facebook, if you're in the Facebook community, I asked everybody for prom pictures and for glamour shots. So I was working on the prom pictures tonight. And what I was doing is I'd get every picture, make sure that somebody said that it was okay for them to use it, for us to use it. And then I would put their name on it. And then so I had a process. So I got all of that done. And then I actually got all the videos done and I posted one. So as I was going through the videos, because I was going through making sure that I had all the pictures, I started to get really nostalgic, not for my prom date. I just want to make that clear. For sure, not for my prom date, but just like, I don't know.
At time.
I saw myself in one of the pictures and I wanted to go and like give that girl a hug, you know?
Yeah.
Because it wasn't a really great time in my life, and senior year should have been like the best. So I started to cry a little bit, not for mine, because I started watching other people's, and then I just got nostalgic and I was crying. And I texted Brooke and I said, "Oh my gosh, I'm crying over these videos. What the hell?" And as soon as I said that, I have a diffuser that's also a light, like it does different colors. It turned on by itself. And I thought nothing of it because I was like, oh, maybe the remote got touched or something, you know, like the lights in the back of the house that we've talked about. So
right.
I tried to turn it off. It wouldn't turn off. I tried to turn it on. It wouldn't turn on. It just kept blinking. And I took a video of it. And then it would stop for like a couple minutes. So I got Bryn to come into the room to witness it. And I did get it on video and I sent it to Brooke. But you guys, it was scary because after I unplugged it, it blinked again. But Kevin was like, oh, electricity can still be running through it, which he's probably right. But it freaked me out. Like this light has been on my nightstand for months, plugged in. Nothing changed. Nothing was different. I was laying in bed looking at the pictures, waiting to record tonight. And like, I wasn't even near the remote. The remote was on the nightstand. That's the only way you can turn it on. And it just started blinking and it was so blinking. Weird. It was red for the most part. And I never use red because like red's kind of a harsh color. Like, you know, and it doesn't.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah.
It doesn't even do that. That's the thing. It doesn't even blink because it was blinking like a disco. Like, you know, like.
Well, when you said it was almost like Morse code.
Right. It was.
It was like blinking in a non like there was no
It
like
wasn't uniform.
repetition. There
Right.
was
There was
no
no rhyme or
pattern.
reason. No.
It was
So
weird. It was weird. Like I will attest to that.
I'll post it on the website. You guys can take a look at it. You can do with it what you will, but I had a conversation and I said, listen, if this is a ghost, please stop. I told you what the rules are. You're not supposed to, I mean, I'm never supposed to be alone, and Kevin sleeping in bed does not count. Like,
Right.
it has to be during the day, and I have to be with somebody, and I don't want to see you.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Well, not a question, a statement,
Okay.
a suggestion, recommendation.
Okay. Bless
I think
the
that
house.
you should. What?
Bless the house.
Well, you could do that.
Oh.
But what I think you should do is Google the brand and the light diffuser that it is,
Yes.
and see if anybody else has had this issue.
That was exactly Bryn's idea. But I don't know what the brand is, and it doesn't say it on the bottom of the light. So maybe I just look up diffuser
somewhere.
turning on.
Well,
by
you could look
itself.
up like diffuse. Do you remember where you got it? Like, was it
TJ Maxx.
Amazon or something?
No,
Oh,
it's
okay.
TJ's. I feel like
So-
it was like Sharper Image. Like I feel like that's what it was.
I was thinking that it could be Sharper Image, or it could be like that Home Medics, or
Oh, I think it was Home Medics. Okay.
so you could like Google pictures of them and find the one that looks the same, and
Okay.
then look it up and see if others have had a similar problem. It might be just a malfunction. Hey, maybe that's the reason why it was at TJ Maxx.
Maybe.
Do you know what I mean?
Do you think it's weird though that I've had it plugged in for so long though and it's never done anything?
Well, yeah, it's weird, but maybe it's just an issue that after so long, like a connection wire or something
Mm-hmm.
goes awry.
Kind of like me and something I'm allergic to that I had to go to the doctor's for today because I am covered, you guys, covered in hives. Thank God it's not on my face.
It's bad.
But it is so bad. My hands are all like scabs because I scratch it in my sleep. My legs are all scabbed. It's almost like I got like a ton of in like mosquito bites all over my body. I've had to do like oatmeal baths. I have this special lotion that I've been using. I'm now taking like prednisone or I can't say what it is.
Prednisone?
Yes.
Yeah.
That I've seen. Now this has happened before. And I went to walk-in care the first time and they gave that to me and it worked. It cleared up, but then it came back. And my doctor seems to think it's like my medication after a long period of time after taking it. I've been taking this for 20 plus years. I've been taking this medication.
Wow.
And he said they have high, like, he kept saying like a medical term, but they have like a high chance of hives of what I got all over my body. And he was like, even like, wow, those are a lot of hives. Like that's a lot.
They are a lot of hives.
I'm thanking God,
you showed
though,
me.
Knock on wood that it's not on my face because I don't want to scratch my face. Like, thank God. So, I'm going to an allergist and we'll go from there. There's really nothing I can do right now but take the prednisone. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, and just cross my fingers that it goes away. And if it comes back, then I'll just do it again until I go to the allergist. So,
do you know who you're going to see for an allergist?
I don't. They're setting that up and they're going to let me know. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Dr. Shapiro was really nice.
Oh, well, I hope I get Dr. Shapiro then.
He might be retired now, but I went to him. Sadie went to him. My brother went to him back when he was a kid.
Oh, cool. My doctor, I got a new doctor and he is amazing, by the way.
Yeah, that's awesome. You said he was kind of an older man.
So I was kind of like, because
he's
going to retire. And you guys, I've been through at least 10 doctors since I've been at this place. And it's not by my choosing. Like they leave or they retire. So I really like him. So I hope he sticks around for a little bit.
I hope so too.
What were you going to say? You were going to say something.
I don't remember.
Sorry.
I don't remember what I was going to say. But Nikki sent me a picture of her legs in the oatmeal bath. And so I had really, really bad hives after I had Sadie. It was like 6 weeks after
Really? I
6
didn't
weeks after
know
I had
that.
her. Really bad. And they were like basically from the neck down, all over. Especially like my legs, like the bottoms of my legs, around my feet, my ankles, my hands, like my joints.
That's
like the
exactly
back of
mine
my
are in like
knee.
the pits of my arm and my armpits
Yeah.
and back behind my knee. Like the places that it's warm
Yeah.
is where they like expand, I guess.
So it was miserable, but I have to tell you, like yours look worse than what mine were.
Oh gosh.
And I was in agony.
Yeah. I was crying last night because I couldn't sleep. Because I
It's
took tons
awful.
of stuff, and I even took sleeping medication to sleep, and the itching woke me up, which is like, that's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
to get woken up like that. And I was just crying. I was like, I just want a decent night's sleep. So hopefully that will be in like on the horizon. It's coming soon.
Right.
'Cause
Right.
and my doctor told me, it's just going to be a waiting game. It's going to be, we're just going to have to test and figure out what it is. And there's a chance we might not figure out what it is, but I don't know. He didn't say
That's
that.
crazy.
But I feel like there's a chance we could figure it out.
Yeah. And I'm glad that you were able to go in and see him today.
And
And
they got me right in. Like when I told them it
that's
was
good.
everywhere, I said it's everywhere. Well, it's not like in my like private areas. Thank the Lord.
Thank God.
You. Yes. It's just like, and sorry if that was TMI. But it's like, it was like all over my chest, all over my back, all over my neck, and under my armpits. And that's gone.
Yeah.
That left the first time I took the prednisone.
Oh, really?
And yes. But now it's on my arms, like all over my arms, which I didn't have it before all over my arms. I just had it in the crooks of my arms. It came back on the crooks of my arms, all on the crooks of my legs, and like from my legs, like from my butt down.
Oh,
luckily not on my ankles, because I
that's
hate it when
awful.
you get itchy ankles, because that skin is so thin there that like I just didn't. Yeah. So
Oh yeah, like I remember scratching it like raw, which is
Yeah.
disgusting.
no, that's what I've been doing. And
But like, what do you do?
yeah, I rub it when I'm awake, but when I'm sleeping, I can't. When I'm sleeping, I can't control like what I'm doing. So, but anyway,
right.
it's
That
just
makes perfect sense. Well,
just a weird thing that's been going on, and
I hope you get some good relief soon.
I do too.
And good sleep.
Yes, tonight I feel like it's taming down. Like it's still itchy, but it's not as itchy as it has been. My hands look awful, you guys. They look so bad. So
is it on the palms of your hands or just the
no,
tops of your
thank
hands?
God, just the tops.
See, mine was just on the palms of my hands.
Really?
Yeah, it was off. That's where it started.
Oh my God, I couldn't do it on the palms of my hands. Yeah, no,
It was bad. I'm so glad that I never really found out what the problem was. I just take Zyrtec.
Yeah,
And that's why I told you should try Zyrtec, but
right.
I just take Zyrtec and it doesn't come back. But if I don't take Zyrtec, I feel it coming back. But that's like it's also a side effect of not taking Zyrtec. So I don't really know, but
yeah,
whatever.
I've been taking Benadryl and during the day, and it makes me so tired. So I have my work.
Yeah.
My like ability to work is like I'm not as productive. But
Totally.
the Zyrtec didn't do anything. But maybe I wasn't taking it long enough. I only took it for 3 days. So, and then on day 3, when it wasn't working, I was like, back to the Benadryl. So,
well, hopefully this will get you on the right path, and
yeah,
the prednisone will start to take care of it again.
Things that happen when you're old. I mean, gosh. I guess this could happen to somebody that's younger too, but I just feel like,
sure,
we're past our 40s now, like past 40.
No,
our 40s.
We're in our 40s.
We're in our 40s,
Yeah.
and Just things are different. It's a whole new ball game, and yeah, it's weird. I still feel like I'm 25, but I know I'm not. So
Yeah, same. I feel like I'm 22. I feel like I'm 16 sometimes.
oh, I know. So
How sad.
how are things with
Oh,
you?
fine.
No news is good
Nothing going
news.
on. I guess
Yeah,
everything's same old, same old.
cool.
Yeah, I'm really nothing exciting going on in these neck of the woods, except okay. So for my birthday,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I told you this.
Mm-mm.
So my mom, leave it to my mom. I've never asked for this.
Oh wait, you did tell me about this. Yes.
Okay, I never asked for this. I don't even know. I'm still trying to figure out how to use it.
Mm-hmm.
But she got me a Dyson, like the Dyson, I forget what they call it now.
It's like the hair
But it's like the
tools.
Dyson hair tools.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the case with all the attachments. And I feel like I love it. I do
Okay.
love it. The hair dryer is amazing. I love the round brush attachment. Although I didn't use it today, I didn't have time. But I love the round brush attachment because it gives me super, super volume.
Mm-hmm.
But like the things that are supposed to curl your hair and you just hold it, I haven't mastered those yet. There's a huge learning curve.
Yeah.
So that's what's new in my life. I got that Dyson thing.
Well, I would like to get one now because I was like on the fence, and then
Yeah.
Amber in our community, I saw her post because I'm friends with her on Facebook. I saw her post something that she got one. And I was like,
Yeah.
"Ooh," and she liked it. And so I was like, "Ah, maybe I should invest in it." But now that you're like giving it good reviews, I just might have to get that.
So, and there's a girl at work that has wanted to get one. But she's been on the fence also.
Mm-hmm.
She actually found one on like, I don't know if it was Poshmark or Mercari or one of those,
Oh wow.
like barely used.
Really?
And it was like $325,
Ooh. And
which is
normally it's like 500, right? Or
it's
600.
yeah, I think it's $500.
Yeah.
So it was like 300 or 325. Maybe it was like 325 shipped or so. I don't know. But it was a really good price for the same thing,
That's awesome.
only from somebody else. So you can always look there too. I do really like it. I think I need to watch some more YouTube tutorials
Mm-hmm.
and like really take the time to practice. I haven't really taken a ton of time. But anyway, that's it. That's what's new in my life.
Very cool. That's awesome. Real quick, because we were just talking about the prom pictures and the glamour shots, you guys can still submit them. You can either submit them to the old thread. I'll keep looking at the old thread, or you can submit it to one of the new threads that I put out with the videos that I'm making. I'd love to do another one with your prom pics. I mean, it's so nostalgic looking through them, and it's so fun. And so if you want to do that, you can also send it to me at, or send it to us at my so-called whatever at gmail.com, and just let me know like what your first name is, what year about it was taken. If you don't know the year, that's fine. And then that you give us permission to use it on social media. So that's that.
Perfect.
So should we get into some stories? Because it's 80s and 90s.
Yeah. Let's intro and then let's do
Okay.
some stories.
Let's do it.
This is Brooke.
And this is Nikki.
And this is my so-called whatever.
Hey.
And as you've heard, this is an 80s and 90s episode.
It is. And we have a couple really good stories. I haven't read them yet.
We do.
But I'm excited.
I am very excited. And I'm going to read the first one.
Okay. I'm
All
here
right.
for it.
I am here for this one for sure. This is Charlene's NSYNC fail.
All right.
With all of the stories you guys got with fandom success, I thought it would be fun to send you my NSYNC fail. The summer they came out, my BFF, Wendy, and I were all in. She loved Justin and JC was my favorite. Brooke, you know how that goes. I sure do.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, man. I love me some JC all day, every day. She got insurance for her 80s tiny Honda CRX, and the agent was pretty young, maybe 22 max. So they started talking about NSYNC. The agent said she had a friend that knew a girl who worked for a Los Angeles radio station. That should have been the red flag that this information was less than reliable. We were psyched that we could maybe possibly meet them. I blame it on being 18 also.
Hmm.
She said she heard NSYNC was going to do an in-studio interview the next week. Wendy gave the agent her number, and she said she'd call with more info. The day before, the agent called her and said they were definitely going to be there at the studio. She said she didn't have the address, but she did have the cross streets that the supposed radio station was on.
Oh.
I busted out my Thomas guide. Tangent, did you guys have those? Or was it only a big city thing or California thing? Pre-Yahoo Maps or MapQuest, it was a huge map book you'd keep in your car that you'd use to get around and find places. I'll send a photo. I think that would be like the Gazetteer.
I think so. Maybe, yes, maybe, yes.
Like the main Gazetteer.
Yes, I think you're right. Yeah.
I found the cross streets in downtown LA, like she mentioned. Being that LA was only an hour west of us and we didn't have much else to do, Wendy drove us out to get to the station for their 7 p.m. interview. This should have been another red flag. A blowing up boy band is unlikely to be on a weeknight program. They get more publicity on the morning show, but we didn't know those ins and outs then. We prettied up and drove out with no plan whatsoever. Wendy was new to driving, and neither one of us were seasoned in navigating LA yet. I saw our off-ramp. We exited, and I told her to turn right. We were the only car on the street, and it just looked weird. I mentioned it. She was noticing it. Then we both realized we were going the wrong way, down a one-way street.
Oh, no.
We both started yelling, "Ah!" As she caught a left and got us back on the right direction. We found the cross streets the agent told us, and there was nothing there. The Los Angeles downtown has a bustling garment and wholesale district during the day, but nothing at night, and certainly not a radio station. It was an utter bust. Who would have thought this pretty much stranger allegedly had a friend who knew a girl, ended up being all wrong. We got some food, then drove home. Here's a photo of Wendy and I from that summer, and another of us now. I love her as a sister from another mister. She is, and we're still hopefully wishing for NSYNC to reunite.
Yeah.
Same, us too.
Mm-hmm.
So she has this Thomas guide. And I think that this is very much like the main Gazetteer, just kind of a different sort of format.
Yeah.
This is for just Los Angeles County. Wow. The main Gazetteer is for all of Maine.
It's for the whole state.
And it's big like an atlas.
It folds right up.
It's like a book, like an atlas, like a big one.
I'm thinking of the state of Maine map. The Gazetteer is the book. You're right. It's the big book.
Yeah, and you can like look at the index in the back. And you're like, I need to go to this town and go to this street. And you can like look up the town and the street and it tells you what page and what square it's in.
Mm-hmm.
We sell them at my office. But
you still do?
So it's kind of like that. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
All the old men love a Gazetteer.
Yeah. They don't
I
trust
mean,
these newfangled new maps things.
I still got my flip phone.
Oh crap.
I do. I have a client. He's the sweetest thing. He's like 72 or 73. He travels all over the world, but he still has a track phone, like flip phone.
He loves it. Those flip phones were the shiznit.
He said it's everything I need. I don't need that other stuff.
I love it.
That's why I got you. And he is so nice. But and then I love these pictures.
They're really good. So go on our website, mysocalledwhatever.com, and you can see them. I was like,
not mysocalledwhatever.edu.
No,
not mysocalledwhatever.gov.
Not mysocalledwhatever@gmail.com, which is what I was going to say. But yeah, you can send your stories to mysocalledwhatever@gmail.com for sure. And if you have prom stories, oh my God, I want to hear the prom stories.
Yeah, we should do like a special prom episode
for the summer. That would be fun, like May.
For like May.
It's right upon us. So, putting it out there, we want
prom stories.
Stories. Please. Thank you. Okay.
Okay,
so
thanks. Bye.
Thank you so much, Charlene.
Thank you, Charlene. I love your pictures. You were beautiful then and you're beautiful now.
That is the
Both
truth.
of you.
She rocked those bangs. I could never pull those
Yes,
off.
she did.
Like she made them like that. That looks amazing. I cut mine too short once and they no, they did not look good on me.
My cowlick would say, there ain't no way.
Oh my gosh. All right. So next up is Maria's supernatural stories.
Ooh.
Now, I think we got this shortly after Halloween, and I didn't want to wait until next Halloween to read it. I wanted to read it now. So it actually works out with what we talked about in the beginning. So, hey, full circle.
Yay.
Speaking of circle, I love my circle water bottle. I'm just going to say that. I'm going to plug circle water bottle. They are amazing. You guys will love it if you don't like to drink water. I've been drinking so much water. My skin's looking pretty good.
I can't wait to, so I tried mine.
Mm-hmm.
I like water anyway.
Right.
Like I like the taste of water. So it doesn't really help me in that regard, but you know what it's going to help me with?
What?
It's going to help me with putting some vodka in it and drinking it like that.
Hashtag truth.
So I will report back.
Okay. All right. Hi, ladies. My stories aren't spooky, but more weird and, oh, what a coincidence type of thing story, along with my one time being read experience. Ooh. So, slightly backstory, because I'm one of those people who have to give the full spectrum. I feel you, Maria. I totally get it. And give all the details. I feel you. I totally get it. Most of the time, more than asked for or needed. Maria, yes. I hear you, girl. I hear you. I am the same way. I'm always like, I tell things and I put too many details in it. And then I'm like, they didn't really need to know that. Like, but I felt like it was relevant. So anyway. So my mother is the baby of her family, aka spoiled. She also had scarlet fever. Oh my gosh. Or so she says. But she got real ill when she was about 8 years old, and the great doctors over there in Ecuador told my grandparents that she probably wasn't going to make it. So be kind to her. Even more spoiled. My mother was so spoiled by my grandparents and aunts and brothers-in-law. Most of my aunts were married with children when my mom was young. Huge age gaps. My mom was beyond spoiled. You get it. Fast forward to me. I am the baby of my tiny fam, and I am told I was my grandma's favorite grandkid. There seems to be some logic behind being the baby of the baby. I feel that my grandma felt some sort of way towards me because I left Ecuador when I was 1 and she didn't have time with me like she had with her other grandkids. Anyway, folklore says I was her fave, and at her deathbed, she asked my mother to stop spanking me. Yes, I got spanked. 99% of the time, I deserved it. I as well got spanked. Did you ever get spanked?
Same.
Yeah. Oh,
yes.
My parents had a stick.
Yikes.
I mean, some people had a wooden spoon. Like my parents.
Some people had belts.
I don't think I ever got hit with the stick though. I think it was just a threat. Like, I'm going to get the stick. And I would never do that to my kids. So I don't know.
No, but it was different.
It was different back then.
I don't know. Yeah. Like we definitely got spanked, me and my brother. My brother had his mouth washed out with soap a couple times.
I had mine washed out with soap, and it was I told you this, I think. It was the
I think you did.
The liquid soap. Because I said FNGD. I believe that was what I said. Doesn't even make sense. But
wait, did you say the actual words?
Oh, yeah.
Or did you say F it? Oh, okay.
Oh, no. I said the real words. Yeah. I said, damn it, all the time as a kid. And it was like funny. Like my sister would be like, Nikki, what's the word that you're not supposed to say? And I'd be like, damn it. I'd say damn it all the time. My mom told me the story because she got freaked out. I didn't hold back reminding my mom that grandma was looking over when I felt she was going to lose her temper. That was sort of the last time I got spanked. Then my mom got menopause, and that's a whole other deal. Maria, we're so alike. It's so crazy. Another grandma story was that she had the tendency to have a little change purse and would always shake it, and you could hear her coins. So when she passed and the family was collecting her stuff, they couldn't find her coin purse. My aunts all slept at my grandma's those following evenings, and they heard the coin purse. It went on for a couple of nights until something happened and they found her purse. After that, they no longer heard her coins jingling in the night. Oh, it's scary.
Oh, that is scary.
Now, this is the time I was read. My sister was all into this, and although I am all about creepy, scary stuff, I never really went to a medium. Well, this one time, as usual, my sister would drag me to a strange land when she didn't have anyone to go with her. This time, it was upstate New York to get read by this world-renowned medium that was used by the FBI and during some 80s thing that happened to President Reagan. I wonder if she went to the upstate New York place that's like you have to be psychic to live there. And now I can't remember what the town's called, but I think we've talked about it before.
I think we have.
I actually talked to John about it because he had never heard of it. And yeah, it's this town in upstate New York, and like everyone's psychic. And you have to like pass certain tests in order to live there. So they say.
It's like the magician house.
The magician house. What?
Yeah, there's like a magician house out in like California. I don't remember where in
You
California.
have to be like a skilled magician
Yeah.
to live
It's like
there.
it's like a secret society.
I like it. I want to be part of a secret society.
I have a client. Well, he's not really I haven't seen him in a few years. He's an eccentric person. But he's a magician, and but he lives locally, but he used to live out there, and he goes out every once in a while.
Very nice.
He told me all about it, and it was fascinating. And I went and read about it, but I couldn't tell you where it was. I don't remember.
That's really cool. Well, since we traveled like 2 hours, might as well get read, right? So this is a bit personal, but it's my truth and it's real life. Some may be able to relate. The medium told me that my ex wanted to kill me. Hold up, what? She told me that he was going to get in big trouble, get fired, and his world was going to fall apart and he would want to come do some harm. The medium said not to trust him because he was capable of murder. He was capable of murder, suicide, the fam. What? Insert huge emoji eyes in disbelief. I took it with a grain of salt, but guess what, y'all? She wasn't lying. My ex was in California and doing well in the Marine Corps, getting promoted and all. Then he fell into some bad times. He went to the brig, military jail, and to the civilian jail upon his dishonorable discharge. Then he fell into harder times with addiction, eventually homeless, the whole 9 yards. Very sad. His whole world he knew and worked for since 19 was disintegrating. This all happened about 10 years after the medium's reading. He actually sweet-talked his way into New York, and I'm like, that's a negative ghostwriter. I was not going to be an IDTV story.
Yikes.
Maria, this is great. I'm not a dumb
It
girl.
really is.
And I wasn't going to get taken advantage of. Also, New York City isn't a great place for addicts. It's more like an enabling town, if you know what I mean. Point is, it wouldn't be good for him. So, as you can see, I'm not dead, and there are things to readings. I also may have called the Dionne Warwick line as a teen and rang up a $2,000 bill. But you see, this one was one of those times that I deserved a spanking. You remember Miss Cleo?
I do remember Miss Cleo.
By the way, my sister's stuff came true too. The medium had told her she was going to reconnect with her first love, move to California, and live a happy life. It was like a true fairy tale that came true. When she broke up with her longtime boyfriend and moved back to New York, she stumbled into an old couple who knew her first boyfriend, who now lived in California. They served as two little cupids, and within a few months, she relocated to Orange County, California. I forgot her name and not sure if she's still reading since it was a year. Wait for this lady back in the early 2000s. Wow. Love you, ladies. Not murdered, Maria. P.S. Ever wonder about those who have gone onto the other side and have made their presence known to you at some point? Do they know when not to be around, like those times you're showing or doing fun adult activities? Maria, I think about this all the time. Like, no, grandma, don't watch this. Go visit other people who aren't committing sins right now. Just a thought. And like another podcast says, stay sexy and don't get murdered. LOL. Maria, I live for your
Maria.
stories. Oh my gosh.
So that was amazing. I have to say, I watched a TikTok the other day, and it was like a medium
Mhm.
talking about that very thing. Did they know when to not be around?
Mhm.
And she was like, they're always around.
Oh, for Christ's sakes, are you kidding me?
But it's fine. It's fine. But they're always around. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, no kidding.
I don't like this.
No, I don't. That's all
That's
I'm gonna think about
that's not
now.
okay.
That's what I'm gonna think
not
about.
okay.
You know?
Well, I mean, I'm sorry. But I mean, the thing is, like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It's awful.
Good grief.
I think it might have been the Bolesky.
Oh, I love her. And
I
you
do
got a
too.
you got a reading from her.
I did get a reading from her.
Yeah.
I like her. She's really sweet. Maria, you're amazing.
Yes, Maria, you are amazing. And John, that came on our podcast and that I helped him with his podcast. John is still doing his podcast, and you guys should go check it out. It's called Spirit in the Sky Podcast, and it's really cool. He and this other guy, they have special guests on, and you can also get a reading from John. And I'll tell you what, he knows what he's talking about. He's the real deal.
He's the real deal.
Yeah.
I mean, if you haven't heard our episode with him, you should go back and listen. He's the real deal.
We should have him on again. So
you know what? We absolutely should.
You know what? I'll reach out to him tomorrow and ask him to come on.
Okay. Good idea. Okay.
All right. Well, that's it. That's all we have.
That's it, guys.
I will tell you guys that we absolutely need more stories. Absolutely.
Mhm.
We need you to send your stories. So just, go through pictures and stir up some memories and write us a story. So we'd love to.
I'd love it.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's it. That's all.
Thanks for listening, guys. Have a good week.
Bye.
Bye.